It just sounds like a nightmare. I worked in a bureaucracy. I worked in health all my working life, and the amount of regulation only stops people from performing the tasks that they're trained to do. Now, I know this isn't in yet, but imagine having, because once these things come in, they're not just once. You would have to keep having them. For example, you know, is your registration current? For example, you would have to maybe do 3 or 4 more workshops in OH&S or the safety of the building, or the fire drills you'd have to be. So, and then you would have to, who's going to pay for that? So we would have to pay. It's not, this isn't a big, this is not a hotel. You know, this is it's a cottage way out in the middle of nowhere. So it would just be a nightmare. I wouldn't be able to do it, I don't think, because I can imagine how many papers, filling out of papers, assessors, and who would be coming to do these assessments, and how would people be assessed? You know, what's the criteria for that? You know, it's surely the market can decide. If people don't like it, if they find it unsafe, they wouldn't come back. They wouldn't. If it's a blanket legislation, is just inappropriately applied to the country. So the issues aren't relevant to us at all. The reaction, a blanket policy, would severely impact our businesses. Not only my business, if it was that I couldn't rent it out for, as you were saying, you know, it limits the number of days you can rent it out. Why? You know, because I'm not encroaching on anybody else's living lifestyle, like neighbour or anything like that. So, and then all the money that I spend on keeping the property maintained for a business, you know, B&B business. So, and all the people that come and spend the money, and the social fabric that started in the last 5-7 years in the town, that sense of pride, that sense of buoyancy, you know, that would be impacted severely. And I would imagine every other little town. And and how would these towns that are on the coast that have their Airbnbs, it would be a big impact on that, because you can't get accommodation in those Christmas time. You know, people are, you know, hotels and motels wouldn't be able to cope.